Hey guys, Frelo Master here, and I'm back with my second movie review. Let's go. Okay, so for the second episode of Frelo Movie Reviews, I'm going to review the Hotel for Dogs movie, which is an adaptation of the original 1971 book. Okay, so this film stars Jake T. Austin as Bruce and Emma Roberts as Andy, and this film was released in theaters on January 16th, 2009. Alright, so Andy and Bruce are orphans in this film, and they actually have these really mean foster parents who don't like dogs in their house at all. So they need a place to keep their dog Friday away from their foster parents' sight. Now, while searching, and with the help of a few new friends they meet along the way, the two kids transform an abandoned building into a hotel for Friday and all the other stray dogs that they find. Alright, so while I was doing a little research, I found out that this movie actually received mixed reviews, and I'm going to be ranking the film in the same 8 categories I did with the first episode, so let's get to it. Alright, so starting off with the plot, I actually like the way that the film was able to gradually bring about the plot. I mean, it wasn't too sudden when changing focuses, and the audience could understand the meaning of it overall. And the plot twists were also visually present, and they contributed to the audience's emotions towards the film. Now, this next bit might sound a little biased, but I actually got some outside opinion from a friend of mine, and it turns out that the plot doesn't actually appeal to all audiences. I mean, sure, kids and dog lovers might love it, but it doesn't get the attention of certain viewers. So for that, I'll give the plot an 8 out of 10. Okay, next up, cinematography. Now, the camera work was pretty nice in the movie, and every scene was provided with a nice, smooth transition. And there were actually a couple of scenes towards the beginning of the movie that were from Friday's point of view, and those were actually really interesting. You know, I like to think that they provided a nice viewpoint that was, different from the standard third person. So, I mean, seeing as there was nothing wrong with the cinematography, I'll give it a 10 out of 10. Okay, on to the writing. Now, the script was very well written, especially during the dramatic moments of film, such as, spoilers, when Andy and Bruce were being sent to separate orphanages, and the audience was really able to feel the emotions of the characters during these scenes, just based on their lines. So for that, I'll give it a 10 out of 10 as well. Okay, editing. Now, as I said before, the scenes were smoothly transitioned between each other, and it was this combined with excellent special effects, specifically the design of the hotel's entire exterior, which can be seen at the end of the movie, that proved to make the film enjoyable. So, 10 out of 10. Okay, category 5. Now, the costumes really fit the characters nicely. I mean, because this was such a modern film and it wasn't really supposed to be too fictional, there wasn't really much needed to be done with the costumes, and the overall setting of the film was, realistic. So, the kids wore hoodies, t-shirts, and polos, and the adults wore more adult-like and professional clothing. And even Andy and Bruce's mean foster parents wore clothes that fitted their character roles as rock artists. Seeing as there's nothing wrong with this either, 10 out of 10. Okay, so there was almost nothing wrong with any part of the set of the film. Now, the only thing I really noticed that might be hard for the audience to follow was when the characters were inside the hotel and they were walking into different rooms. Now, the audience might not have been able to easily follow along with which rooms exactly they were going into, like where in the hotel they were. So basically, the interior of the hotel was just slightly unclear. But other than that, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Okay, so the soundtrack used in the film wasn't really that memorable, but I will give credit to the use of iconic songs that the majority of the audience could recognize, such as Born to Be Wild, so 7 out of 10. Okay, for the final category, acting. Now, the acting in this movie was actually really good. The actors seemed to understand their roles in a respective manner, and at no point during the film did anyone appear out of character, and their acting chops were further supported by the way they excellently portrayed the more dramatic scenes. So, I think we'll give this another 10 out of 10. Alright, so based on my rating for the film, you guys might notice that I tend to be a little generous with rating movies in the 8 categories, but in all honesty, I really did like this film, especially when I first saw it in theaters. And I remember when they had a toy promotion for this movie at McDonald's, they offered one plush dog for each Happy Meal, Mighty Kids meal that you bought. And I mean, I loved this film so much when I was younger that I wanted all those plush dogs, like, I'm not gonna lie. And although I didn't collect all of them, I got a few of them, so it was pretty cool. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching my second ever movie review. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to click that like button if you did, leave a positive comment, and if you want to see more episodes, why not subscribe? Other than that, this is Frelo Master, signing out.